Hey guys, it's Rebecca. So today I'm going to be talking about something different than what I normally discuss. However, in a weird way, it kind of ties into the whole real estate business theme that I have going on. And I decided to make this video because I know for a fact that there's somebody out there who's struggling with the same thing that I was, and this could potentially be beneficial. So something that I've been really self-conscious of pretty much my entire adult life. And not that many people outside of my circle know about it. So, like I said, I've been really self-conscious about it. It's really affected my self-esteem up until lately. And that is a condition that I was diagnosed with at about 12 or 13 years old called hyperhidrosis. So basically what that is a condition where your body sweats excessive or abnormal amounts for pretty much no underlying health reason. And obviously anxiety and stress do make it worse, but for me it was all the time. So in particular, it affected my hands and my underarms. So pretty disgusting, obviously pretty embarrassing, something that I wasn't really open to discussing with people. And I know a lot of people who have this condition. Can definitely relate to the embarrassment that comes along with it. So, yeah, not being able to wear colors, always having to wear dark colors, I should say. Long sleeve shirts the day of an exam. That was my way of getting around that. Shaking hands with people, absolutely terrifying, especially as you start thinking, oh my God, I have to shake their hand. It starts getting worse. So as you can see, my hands are a little bit clammy. See my fingertips? But this is not bad at all. If my hands were to be like this for the rest of my life, I would be so happy. So yeah, it would get to the point where my hands would be like dripping sweat. Especially when I would be on my phone or on my computer, I noticed it would get worse for whatever reason. So yeah, it was pretty hard on my self-esteem. Okay. And up until recently, I actually found a solution and a treatment. So real quick, just to touch base on my underarms, I got a treatment called Mirror Dry about a year ago. And basically what they do is they go in, put a bunch of injections to numb the area, and they basically microwave your sweat glands because sweat glands can't reproduce. And my sweating was so bad that I actually had to get 2 sessions done. So I got the second one done, I want to say late February, early March of this year. And I actually healed really nicely this time. And my sweating has been reduced by about 80%. So that's been amazing. I can finally wear clothes that I want to wear. So that's been awesome. So as far as my hands, like I said, I was so desperate because it would get to the point where it'd be dripping down my hands, right? Super hard on my self-esteem. So I actually found a video on YouTube, and somebody was showing their homemade machine. I figured, why not give it a try? Because as I got into the industry, I was like, shit, how am I gonna do this, dude? Everybody wants to shake hands. How am I going to be writing on the contracts? I can't be soaking through the paper, especially being, stressed or having like that anxiety just made it so much worse. So it's called an iontophoresis machine, and I have the same one that I made at home, and it's been amazing, you guys. It's been a life changer. So like I said, my hands are a little bit clammy, but that's because I haven't been consistent with my sessions. Not even gonna lie. But the more you do it, the better the results. So for me, I would say start off with about 4 sessions a week. That's what I did, and within about a week and a half I noticed like insane results. So I'm gonna show you guys how I set up my machine, what I do, but I definitely do recommend doing more research instead of just going out and buying everything that I have, because you want to make sure that this is safe, right? You're putting voltage through your body, and even though it's very low voltage, still you want to make sure that you're being safe. So definitely do your research, and I'm gonna take you guys inside and show you exactly how I set it up. All right, guys, so I know this looks pretty crazy and intimidating, but I promise that it works. I don't know how, so don't ask me why. But if you guys are having the issue with really sweaty hands, I would recommend doing your research and giving this a try. So right here, I have a 12-volt battery. This is a lantern battery that I bought off of Amazon. I believe it was $25. I have 2 pans. I have salt. You can also use baking soda. And I have Aquaphor and Vaseline. So before you put your hands in, what you're going to want to do is use either Aquaphor or Vaseline to put around your nail bed or any nicks and cuts that you have around your hands. So for the sake of this video, I'm not going to take too much time. Put the Vaseline around your fingers like so, around every single finger. And you're gonna wanna put either the salt or baking soda inside the water, depending on how bad your hands are. So I read that this makes the current stronger. I like to use salt. And I fill my pans up about halfway. I notice that you kind of have to play with the water and see what works best for you. I just like it like this because my hands don't touch the bottom. And I use cold water. When I first started, I used hot water, and I noticed that my hands would get super itchy a couple minutes in. So once I change it up, I noticed a big difference and I could tolerate it a lot better. Okay, so you take your alligator clips and attach one to the pan and then one to the battery. So red for positive. Do the same on the other side. Remember, you already have Vaseline on your hands, or your nail beds, I should say. So when you first do this, I wouldn't say it's gonna be painful, but you're definitely gonna feel a shock. It's probably gonna last about 5-6 seconds. But just keep your hands in there, and the more you do this, the easier and less uncomfortable it's gonna get. So I like to do one hand at a time, and for me, I've been doing this for a couple months already. I don't even feel it anymore. So I like to do between 12 and 15 minutes. It just depends on how busy I am. And go ahead and do your session. When you're done, just wipe your hands a little bit. Go ahead and take your alligator clips off the pan and switch it to the other one. Make sure the other one's already detached. Okay, so as you see, I'm switching the alligator clips to the other pan. And go ahead and repeat. Do for another 10-15 minutes, however long you preference. And when you're done, to unhook it or disconnect it as safely as possible, just disconnect the battery and go ahead and start taking it apart, empty out your pans, and you're pretty much done. So yeah, when you begin, I would definitely recommend doing maybe 4 sessions per week. I would start with about 10 minutes. And if any of you guys have any success with this or give it a try, I would definitely love to hear in the comments. So leave something down below. Hopefully any of you guys who are suffering with sweaty hands, hyperhidrosis, and can relate are willing to give this a try, because I promise it'll make things so much better, guys. So good luck. And like I said, if you guys try this, leave me a comment down below. I'm curious to see what you guys have to say.